Hello everyone, I want to welcome you for our second course in the specialization, which will be talking and focusing more in construction scheduling. Again, you are part of a specialization covering the construction management area or a focus. And the focus of construction management, we highlighted the first course, the construction project management, or refer to it as the initiating the construction project and the construction planning phase, and what you need to think about as a planning for your project. The second course, we will be highlighting a couple of what are the main topics we will be covering, which will be related to construction scheduling. The third one, we will highlight more the construction cost estimation and cost control, and we will finalize the specialization, as we mentioned in the introductory video in the beginning of the first course, with a construction financing. So that being said, for this course, I want you to go through here a very related topics to when it comes to scheduling your project and how to deal with the schedule and how to develop a schedule. And the topics we'll be covering, they are related to bar charts, like scheduling tools like bar charts, activity on arrow, activity on nodes, what's the differences between all of them, and of course to highlight it a little bit on the activity precedence diagram. And after we present that, we go through what kind of relationships that we have or connecting all the construction activities in our project from start to start, finish to start, start to finish, and finish to finish, or multiple relationships. Also, what we'll be covering in this course is how we do or perform the scheduling procedure from what we call it a forward and the backward pass calculation for your schedule on your network, and how to find what we call the early start, the early finish of each activity in your project, and the late start and the late finish. And that will lead us to determine and discuss the critical path and the importance of critical path for a scheduler and for a construction manager and project manager on your project. After that, we will highlight activity floats. What's that mean? Why it is important when we're dealing with the critical activities especially, and other activities and non-critical activities. Moving forward, we will be covering an area related to the working calendar dates and how the differences between a working and the calendar dates and why it is important to understand them. Then I will highlight the program evaluation and review technique, or what we refer to as PERT. And the PERT is introducing the uncertainty in your schedule and how to deal with uncertainty when you have several times for one activity, not only one time proposed to you from your scheduler. And then focusing on the PERT method to how we tie it with the budget and do what we call a range estimating, which is very close to the PERT technique or schedule technique, but it's more focusing on the costs. We'll wrap up with the technicality modules focusing on the linear construction operations, or what we refer to as a repetitive construction operations, like a roadway or a tunnel, or even high-rise building that has similar floors that you want to build over and over and over. With that special type of construction, we're introducing another module related to the line of balance and how to use that line of balance in repetitive construction operations. Then we want to dig deeper into more special topics. For example, we will highlight what kind of technology or softwares that are very common to be used in your project and how to use them by building a simple example that we use in all the other modules that I just explained briefly. Furthermore, we want to highlight the area of risk to understand your risk on your project when it comes and connected to a schedule of a project. From the risk, we will explain to you what's the differences between the project schedule and the program schedule. If you remember, I give an introduction in the first course about what's a program and the differences between a program and the project management and construction management. Now we want to follow up and build on that to explain to you what's a program schedule look like and what is it, the definition of it, and how it is different with the project schedule. Also, we want to highlight two last things. One is the role of the scheduler, what's expect from a scheduler in your company. And the last point is about lean. We covered in the introduction to lean in construction in the first course, and we highlighted it from the general point of view, from a planning point of view, how you want to cover it as the initiation of a project, and what areas to consider when you thinking and developing your project. Now we're trying to think about lean construction, but from a scheduling or scheduler view or point of view. This is briefly what we want to highlight in the construction scheduling course, and I just covered or highlighted it briefly what are these outlines that you will go through in this exciting journey for this second course in the specialization. That being said, I want to highlight who are the guest speakers that I invited to work with me, and we work together in developing the materials for you and take it to a next level, so as we can, what I call a bridge between the theory and the practice, to connect what's the theory you learned from schools and books and what's the actually in the field that's happening, and take it to a next level and do the connections between both. Starting from our friend Jennifer Borman, who she is a project control manager at STV, and she will be talking about the role of the scheduler from a practical point of view. Mr. Eduardo Gamez, he's one of our dear friends here. He come to Colombia a couple of times to address the area of risk in construction projects from the planning and from the scheduling. Me and him, we work a lot together. So I asked Dr. Gamez to come and speak to you about risk in your schedule. Ms. Dareen Salama also, she came in the first course, talked about also technology part, covered the area of building information modeling. And me and her, we work together in highlighting something also related to technology for you, but also how to use a Primavera P6 and all kind of tools that are available for you as a scheduler from an introductory point of view, with more examples from the common softwares being used in the industry. Sam Spata, he also highlighted the introduction to Lean, and we worked on developing Lean slides for the scheduler point of view. And that's an area catching up a lot in our industry, and is very important for us in our market and our projects. So it is very important for you as a scheduler, in addition to you as a planner, to know and learn this kind of topic. The last speaker we have is Chris or Christopher Toomey, who is one of our main supporters from AECOM, who spoke in the first course about the differences between a program, project, and construction management. And now he will share with you also from a practical point of view, because he leads huge programs as the main key guy in these programs worth of billions of dollars, and to highlight an example of the program schedule point of view. And that will be a great, exciting project, a great, exciting a topic for you to connect together. So as I explained to you from the course outline, you will have then a very comprehensive introductory level to equip you to understand exactly the fundamentals of construction scheduling in our business, is as if you are a construction manager or a scheduler focusing more just on scheduling, or a planner, or even an owner rep or an architect wishing to know about scheduling in your field or in our field in your project that you're working on, or a subcontractor willing to take this also further and understand what kind of scheduling mechanism the entire project the general contractor is working on. So if you notice, our course will be focusing all these type of folks who are involved in a project in a construction project. So welcome to the course and wish you all the best.